late 19th century, Clarke Quay was the bustling center of commerce for Singapore. Hundreds of dongkangs or riverboats jostled bow and stern for a place to dock and unload their cargoes, human or otherwise, from the great ships anchored at the harbor. Because expenses were simply too high. Everyone flocks here for food, fun, and riverside festivals. You may notice another bridge here. This one's called Reed Bridge. During festivals and religious events, the opera performances would be staged outdoors for all to enjoy. Soak in the atmosphere along the 6-kilometer promenade that flanks both sides of the river. As you take in the sights and sounds, you'll be comfortably shaded by lush greenery and definitely tempted by the many shops and cafes along the way. British arrived on our shores, Fort Canning was the place where ancient Malayan royalty once lived, and the arts, its multi-hued facade, not only reflects Singapore's multicultural heritage, but also hints at the building's equally colorful past. On your right is Boat Quay and its stretch of colourful, quaint shop houses. It was completed in 1842 and is Singapore's very first quay. Every day, the people who worked and lived at the river would eat at these pushcarts, sitting on little stools along the river banks. Perhaps that was how al fresco dining got its start in Singapore. Directly ahead is Kavanagh Bridge. Completed in 1869 and named after Colonel Sir William Orford Kavanagh, Singapore's last governor, it's Singapore's only suspension bridge to have retained its intricate original form. It was manufactured in Scotland, then shipped to Singapore later to be assembled. Unfortunately, the bridge was built too low and jump in for a cool afternoon swim. Built in 1928, lots of finger fishing went on behind the hotel's splendid columns before its glamorous makeover. Next is Malayan Park, home of the original Malayan statue. To understand our unique national emblem with the lion head and fish body resting on a crest of waves, here's a quick history lesson. Singapore was originally known as the ancient city of Temasek, which means sea town in Javanese. But according to legend recorded in the Malay annals, Prince Sang Nila Utama renamed it Singapura, meaning lion city in Sanskrit, after he spotted a lion on its shores. The lion's head represents the lion spotted by the legendary Sang Nila Utama, while its fishtail symbolizes Temasek and Singapore's humble beginnings as a fishing village. Measuring 8.6 meters high and weighing 70 tons, the Malayan sits on reclaimed land looking out to sea. She attracts millions of visitors a year who make the trip to Malayan Park to photograph this world-famous icon at her new home right here in scenic Marina Bay. Take a peek behind the Malayan and you'll see a baby Malayan. first modern-style public buildings. As Singapore's shipping and trade boomed, it became the home of the Singapore Customs Police, tasked with watching over one of the world's busiest harbors. They were first used as scavenger or dirt boats to carry rubbish, but some scholars have also agreed that the word bumboat means exactly as it sounds, a ship's bottom or a smaller boat pandering to larger ships. In Singapore, though, bumboats are also called tongkangs, from the Malay name given to the timber used to build them and used for transport between islands. Bumboats are also referred to by the Chinese as tuakos. These boats proudly originated in Singapore with hulls developed by the local Chinese. Hokkien tuakos are the most colorful, with boat heads painted bright red, green and white, while Teochew tuakos were painted a solid. This bridge will also link you to another awe-inspiring attraction, the Gardens by the Bay. Spanning 101 hectares, this award-winning superpark is home to over 250,000 rare plants from all over the world. Enjoy the lush outdoor gardens, huge climate-controlled dome conservatories, and the towering futuristic super trees, which you can even see from this distance. Living up to their name, the super trees also collect rainwater, generate solar power, and are venting ducts for the park's conservatories, which encapsulate the cloud forest and flower. Just imagine, we're now literally floating in drinking water, perhaps the very same stuff flowing out of your tanks. Cruising out into the bay showcases world-famous musicals and features popular homegrown events like the Mosaic Music Festival. And to really top it all off, the Esplanade's breezy rooftop garden offers up more unrivaled views of the city and bay area. Fittingly, the bridge served as a link between the Indian merchants on the north side of the river and the Chinese community on the south side in the days of our colonial past.